a sense for what I'm working with today, I'm all about energy, right? So I want to get a sense for where yours is at. So look, I want you to tell me with your fist how your energy is right now. 10 would be, this is the moment I've been waiting for the whole of my life. Okay, I have been, besides, I haven't slept for weeks knowing this was coming. This would be, I've been fueled by martini for the last 6 months, call an ambulance. And obviously there's a gauge somewhere in between. Where is your energy right now? Let's get a sense. Okay, got a few middlings. Nick's bang on. Nobody's right. Okay, that's good. That's not bad, actually. I've been working with quite a few groups recently, and the lockdown has taken its toll on a few. Let's put it that way. Martini doesn't start in the evening anymore for some. But look, the reason I ask you that question is I have a very straightforward belief, which is when your energy is right, work is easy and fun. And when it's not, it is quite the opposite. So I work with organizations to help them get their energy right, so that they get their people jumping out of bed in the morning, loving who they are and what they do, and knowing when they go home at night that they have used their talents in a way that has created meaningful impact. That's what I get up to. And my business is called Upping Your Elvis. It's probably worth explaining where the name came from. So when Bono was doing his Third World Debt campaign, he used to go into organizations and ask what I think is a fantastic question. He used to ask, who's Elvis round here? Now, when you ask that question, people can answer it immediately, because what he's really asking is, who here's a bit of a brand, a bit of a maverick, they get stuff done, they break the rules, and they love every minute. Now, I fundamentally believe that business needs more Elvis now than ever. And I also know there is more Elvis in each one of us to bring. So we help the likes of Nike, Coca-Cola, Unilever, bring out the Elvis in their people. And we do that through culture change, through leadership work, through events. So that's kind of what I get up to. And I've been doing that for quite a long time now. Quick summary of my background, because I think it's useful for content. I started off life in the army, which you could probably tell, still a lethal weapon. Obviously rubbish at that, bit more of a lover than a fighter. Then I think I did what everyone does, right? You get your first job after you got your degree, first job, then the one you actually want, then the one you're good at. And I found myself with this kind of itch. I just knew that job wasn't for me, but had no idea what I should be doing, which I think is quite common in your late 20s. And at the time, I was running the biggest brand in Europe, had a massive budget, fast track program. I should have been delighted, but it didn't quite fit. So I ended up throwing it all in, went traveling, read everything I could on creativity, innovation, personal development. And that's really where I fell in love with what I do today, because for me, innovating around people is my passion. Like I said, if I can get people jumping out of bed, loving what they're doing, then actually the business will always win. Yeah. So my innovation passion is people. One of the things that we've been doing recently, which has had an amazing impact, is before people start their work, is just getting clear on what their focus for the day should be. Because little bit of research, we've only got between 90 and 120 minutes of deep focus per day. Okay, and most people I know squander that. They use it for emails, other people's meetings, stuff they shouldn't be using their talents on, right? So what we do is we help people make sure they don't do that. Very simple technique. We get them to do a simple morning routine. So when they wake up, the first thing is to make sure they don't look at that. Okay, because if they look at that, they are lost, as we all know. Yeah, so no looking at your phone. Next thing you have to do, you're massively dehydrated when you wake up. So you've got to get a pint of water down you with a bit of sea salt in it, because you need electrolytes to get your brain function working. You then get your heart rate up, very straightforward, 40 press ups, walk the dog, whatever. But then the killer is this. You then sit down for about 5 minutes, preferably outside, and you ponder your day, okay? And you get clear on what your big thing will be. Now, your big thing is the thing that when you've achieved it, you'll be high-fiving your way home, because people will go, oh, yeah, that day counted. You've done something meaningful, right? When you get clear on that big thing, it's then vital that you prioritize that in your day, okay? You create space for it. And hopefully what you do is you put it into that place where your 90 to 120 minutes of deep focus are. Now, we're all slightly different on when that is. Mine's first thing in the morning, but actually if you learn your energetic rhythms, you can then plan your big thing to fit it to your energy, yeah? Rather than just have a busy diary where you actually look at every hour and think that every hour is the same, because it's not. 9 a.m. for me is nothing like 4 p.m. We shouldn't be managing our time. We should be managing our energy in deployment of what counts. Yeah, it's about getting clear on your big thing. And I've just done some experimenting recently where we've got this quite cool little approach I'll talk about in a minute called Talk It Out, which is a way of processing your subconscious. What we've got people to do is do a little talking out in the morning to get clear on their big thing, 5 minutes, yeah? Then at the end of the day, and this is the killer, I had no idea of the impact of this, but if at the end of the day, before you log out and finish work, you do 5 minutes reflecting on your day and saying what worked, what didn't, yeah, so that you prime yourself for the next one. The impacts of these, 25% increase in energy, 25% increase in feeling in control, 3 times more likely to use your talents every day. And how about this? Within 10 days of doing this, you are 10 times more likely to create a positive impact. 10 times. All right. And this is all verified research that we've just done recently. So what we're doing is we're chucking out these experiments and seeing what sticks. And that is just a killer.